Hello? Hello? Hi? Hi? Let's see. Hi! Oh, hang on. Let's move that a little bit. There we go. Hello! Hi. Hi. Hans. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. There. Hello. Hello, Recumer. Hi. Why can't I hear anymore? Oh. Hi. We're purple. We're purple on my nails, sort of. Hi. Hi. This is my Ichi sweater, though. It's pink. It's pink. Also, shouldn't my camera be? I think I need to flip this. Transform. Yay! Hi! 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 Hello! Hi, big bro. I was gonna... So, my plan for today... Such a silly song. My plan for today was to look through old D&D books for some ideas for my session. No, it's not! It's a lychee drink. It's lychee. I had a white monster earlier. But, when I checked the mail, it had this mysterious package. I kind of want to open it on stream. It says it's from Japan Made Games. Whoever the heck that is. Let's see. Actually, I haven't opened it at all, so I'm using... It isn't making a mysterious ticking noise. No! It's not. The music still seems a little loud. There we go. Do you like my nails? Hold on. There you go. Look! Phase Origins Oshi Push Box! Ah! Nice! Ooh, and they sent me some sleeves too. Nice! I think I have some of the convention only ones. The background music? It's City Pop meets Luigi's Mansion. card sleeves. Oshi Plush Set 01 booster box. Retail. Oh. It'd be cool to get foil Pippa. I also have all of these, so I'm not sure what we want to do today. Do we want? I have to do some Dungeons and Dragons prep. Should we save this for another day? A rainy day, perhaps? One where I can tell Japanime Games that I'm actually gonna open their stuff. I have them! Hold on! Hold on! I got the comic exclusive packs a while ago, and my Pippa Pipkin starter deck, and my Tenma starter deck. Easy. I've been following you on YouTube for a while, but this is my first time watching one of your streams. Hi, Easy! Easy? How do you say it? Welcome. Save it for after? Okay. I have my VTuber binder. Hold on. Wait, where? Right here? Yeah, it's my VTuber binder. Let's see. Yeah, hold on. How far into frame can I? You can. How far in the frame can I? Okay, that's pretty far. That's pretty far. Okay. Looky. Oh. Oh. She hasn't straightened her hair. Spooky. I'm being careful. Okay, let's put this. I want to show you the VTuber cards that I have. It's a wig! It is not! That's so mean! Could you imagine if I sat here with a wig on? Oh, this is off music. Okay. I should zoom in a little more. Look at, you know these people! You know these goobers! Look at them! Well, you might not know Riro. Look at it! I still owe someone. I owe someone a Kumo card. I promised one of the big bros that I would hold one for them, and then I never saw them the day afterwards. If that's you, please be truthful and let me know. The super cutie on the top right, we're related. We're related. These are from Offkai, Gen 3. Yeah. I got Alice from Gen 4. I was so happy. I had to trade for her, but I got her. Riro Ron, yeah. I loved Riro Ron. Yeah. I have a dupe Ichigo. Duplicate. And these are a gift from Akuma. I have the Dodgers cards. This is mostly Hololive stuff. There should be Phase Connect in the back though. Oh, more. Nina! Very reflective. Yeah! These are some of my Phase Oshipush cards. Yeah. But I got a gold Utatane. Yes. Hopefully we get a cool card in the big box. Yes. But it's not a Pop-Tart wrapper, it's from Offkai. Yeah. So I have a bunch of books here. Let's see. I thought it would be fun to look through some older books for ideas for the next few games. I grabbed a few off my shelves that we can kind of look through. What are the different cards? So the ones I'll show you. These cards, these are from Offkai. You can only get them from going to the convention. These were Dodgers Stadium baseball cards. They're pretty rare. And then these are Vice Sports Hololive cards. Vice Sports is a collectible card game. And then the ones in the back, these are Oshipush cards. We'll open them on another stream because I have a whole box to open. It comes with 24 booster packs. Yeah. Normal cards. Pawn, Super, Al Super, Light Blue Super. Oh. Yeah. Exciting stuff. I'm super nervous about the reflections. Yeah. We're kind of, friends with Oshipush. Oshipush and the Jastiles. So maybe you should order some Oshipush cards and start building your collection in case a certain group of VTubers you enjoy get added to a set. I can't wink. My eyes are locked. I can't wink. My eyes are locked. You have to set up you have to go for an interview. Good luck, Sevens! You found Akuma. You found Kuma from a Japanime collab. Oh, hello. Hello, Zerotaku. Glad to have you here. So, I This is second edition? I think this is second edition book. Let me see. This is the Dungeon Master's Guide for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. So it's kind of second edition, I think. AD&D second edition, yes. I grabbed the Dungeon Master's Guide for second edition. And I grabbed the Dungeon Master's Guide for 3.5 edition. And I grabbed, this book has been a really big influence on my campaign. It's a campaign book for 3rd edition called Ghost Walk. And that's what I named the storms in my setting after, this campaign. And this song is from Cuphead, apparently. I've also been using this book, which is a Planescape book, but it's... Planescape books are kind of... They're a little silly to read. You'll... Look. When a cutter talks about materializing, 9 times out of 10 he's talking about moving from the border ethereal to a plane it touches. A lot of it is written like from the perspective of a character, which is something I don't really enjoy. But it has some really cool information in it. So I've been using it for inspiration. But yeah, it's written from like the perspective of a character, which I really don't enjoy when I'm trying to look up information. Hi, Nexpro! I also brought this one. I haven't really flipped through before. It's for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition. It's a Book of Layers, is what it's called. So I'm hoping that there's a bunch of like encounters you can just kind of throw into a game. She is showing like full. She is showing like so much skin there. Yeah, this is an Elmore illustration. But I don't really enjoy anything that has the Forgotten Realms, like what would the word be? I don't know. It's when they make stuff for the Forgotten Realms, it's definitely for the Forgotten Realms. So they tend to like add a bunch of ridiculousness that I don't really... We can't really use. But maybe we can grab some stuff from here. Possibly. This one seems a lot more useful to us. It's for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. The 1st edition, I think, of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. And it's called Country Sites. And it has a bunch of similar, like, little things that you can pop in. But I don't think it's made for, like, a specific setting. City of the Dead, Mariner's Graveyard. Yeah, there's Sanctuary in the Sand. There's a bunch of stuff that we might be able to use in this one. It's a cool illustration. Not a fan of Ed Greenwood. Not a fan of any setting that's really forced down my throat. I don't like the Pathfinder setting. I don't like D&D settings. Well, yeah, no, I don't really like D&D settings. I haven't flipped through this one yet. It's a rules supplement for 2nd edition. They made a bunch of these. I have a bunch of them. There's one for clerics, there's one for warriors, there's one for priests, and there's one for necromancers too. They even make race ones, but I haven't flipped through this one, and I thought it might have some information that can help us with factions, because a large part of like the second half of this is about thieves guilds. That's cool art. Yeah. Well, that guy looks funny. And then lastly, I brought the 2nd edition Dungeon Master Guide. Let me make sure. I got a bunch of these from a relative, so I kind of put a little sticky note there where they wrote their name. But sometimes the Dungeon Master's Guide has really, really good advice. Especially the older ones. I'm not sure if I'm just like completely over the 5th edition books or what, but I always felt like this had more solid advice in them. Yes. I was reading an article. The other day about how Dungeons and Dragons doesn't really include dungeons anymore. It's not really the focal point of the game. This music is a little loud for me. I'm not sure if it's loud for you. Is it loud for you? Type 1 if it's loud for you, type 2 if it's not loud, and I just need to adjust my hearing. Have you ever seen a returned character? What is a returned character? Well, it does include dragons. The article was saying that nowadays people care a lot more about the plot and like kind of mimicking like Marvel movies and all of these like plot steps and plot architectures, and the dragons are bigger and like the risks are like world changing. And I grew up with my dungeon master was my friend's dad, and he ran 2nd edition for us, and it was very dungeon crawly. So I love dungeons. It is loud for you. Okay. I'm gonna turn it down a little. There we go. It's a little quieter now. Yeah, so we would play like some of the original modules like Saltmarsh and Descent into the earth or whatever. Descent into the earth or something. But all of my players who didn't grow up on 2nd edition, they're always like they always groan when it's dungeon time. They're always very upset when they have to enter a dungeon. I love dungeons. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna split the screen up. I'm gonna put this like that. And then I'm gonna open up. I don't want to write on LibreOffice, but I have to. Just remind me to save. Remind me to save often, please. Please. Let's see here. Scratchy, 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 scratchy. I have to pull up the notes that I was writing. You prefer the rules encyclopedia over AD&D? Is that the big compilation of 2nd edition rules, or the big bundle of 1st edition rules? There it is. Can I copy and paste it like that? Yay, okay. I have to make sure you can read this. Bum, bum, bum. Blum, 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 blum. Blum, 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 blum. Blum, blum, blum. Blum. It's gonna be kind of hard. I reaching over the books and stuff. Oh, maybe this was not my smartest idea ever. I could swap the book in the on the keyboard R. Womp 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 womp. There you go. You're gonna be warframing? Here, maybe I can swap them. Womp 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 womp. Womp 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 womp. Womp 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 womp. Okay, this is better for me. So what I had so far for the notes, because I wasn't really sure what we were gonna do next. Because I haven't really written the recap on what happened. Here's a quick recap on what happened. Party. Oh, this is hard. I forgot how typing with nails works. Party entered. Now, the party entered a ghost walk, which is terror into the ethereal. Bam. They escaped after helping a ghost pass on, and they landed south of a town called Witchfair. I don't have any notes on the town of Witchfair. There's a town on the northwest coast of Astora. It's probably got I want to say 2,000, approximately 2,000 to 3,000 residents. It's filled with marshmallows. No. No, it's not. That's wrong. It is known for what are those things that people make that capture fish? A fish reef? A fish reef? No, what is it called? A fishing lure! A fishing lure! Known for a fishing verse. Not nuts, they're wares, they're wares. They're like, they're not dams, but they're a contraption made of sticks and stuff that catches fish. Hi, Night Powered! It's been a while, hello! Have it be known for its food? Known for fishing lures? Some sort of cuisine? And, I want there to be a few wrecks, a few like nearby shipwrecks that some dredging vessels sort of attempt to pull up. So I'm gonna put dredging here. Okay. This probably I have notes somewhere on the leaderships of this. I have to pull up a document. Hold on, please hold. Let's see. I have a big setting Bible that has a lot of information in it that I sometimes have to pull up. But I don't like pulling up Microsoft Word on stream. Let's see. Okay. So the towns I have listed in Nostora are Bayland, which is led by a cabinet, Port Durand. I never said who rules that. Iron Take, which is a military post, so it is led by commander there. Okay, Lord Mayor. The Lord Mayor runs a town called Averstreth. Okay, and then in another town that's in Astoria, I have the Lord of Stableshore. So a lord would be in charge here. Probably Lord Mayor. Lord Mayor. Oh, and I know why it's called Witchver. Sea glass. But specifically, okay. There was an old tower on the hill above the town, now a ruin, that was made during the age of the Empire that was. A large portion of the tower was glass and was destroyed centuries after the collapse of the Empire. Sea glass is common in Witchware for this reason. Okay. What color should the sea glass be? Should it be like a blue color? As it was like a blue colored glass tower. Cyan? Cyan. Okay. What do we got here? Introduction. Larger sites. The haunted temple, sanctuary on the sand, the mariner's graveyard, the island of lost souls, Darian's Wall. The place of broken dreams. A blue and green mix? Okay, we'll go with the blue and green mix. Oh, you've used this book before? I haven't really looked through it for anything yet. I haven't really opened it. Introduction. The opening section in a site's description provides history and background, explaining how the location came to be and what its current condition is. Also found here is some basic information about a site's appearance at first glance. Okay. The Haunted Temple. Whoa! Those guys look cool. This rural temple has not been visited by any local resident for more than 50 years. Many people believe the ancient place is cursed by Liu, the Chinese god of agriculture. What? It's a Chinese temple. No, it's fine. I just didn't expect it to be Chinese. Early settlers in the Valley of Fertile Fields found the place a perfect environment for growing wheat and rice, for raising livestock, and building the foundations of a prosperous rural community. To show their appreciation, the sojourners built the Temple of Three Wells in homage to Liu, who they considered responsible for providing the lush green landscape. The Temple of Three Wells is more than 500 years old. It was built around 3 wells that were dug by first-generation settlers. For years, the wells were used by several families. Eventually, they were given to the valley's priests as a tribute to the benevolent god. For centuries, the shrine brought religious and cultural stability to the region. Several generations of farmers attended the shrine. Under the protective roofs and wings of a temple, they engaged in religious and secular holidays, engaged in spiritual rituals, and paid their respects to Liu. The valley's early inhabitants lived happily and died peacefully in the Valley of Fertile Fields, and many are buried in the cemetery that adjoins the temple. Years of prosperity ended, however, in horror and disaster, as many things do. Trouble in paradise. The following information is historical background of a more specific nature, factual data that can be presented to the player as it becomes important. Question and answer sessions between PCs and locals will uncover most of the following information. Over 50 years ago, a series of related events transpired. Events that brought pain and hardship to the valley. The first event was the disappearance of Wen Mei, the 5-year-old daughter of Wen Huan, a hardworking farmer and widower. Oh no. What is this music? Hold on, I have to see what this is. Oh, it's from Lisa. It's fire! A hard-working father and widower. Wen Huan's wife died while giving birth to Wen Mei, an event that devastated Wen Huan but made him and his daughter extremely close. Wen Mei and her father were popular figures in the valley. Their lives epitomized the cheerful stoicism that symbolized strong religious devotion. Okay. And the spirit of Wen Mei every day while her father worked. She went to the shrine, temple priests. One acolyte in particular, the young Lao Tian, took a special interest in Wen Mei's learning. He taught her to read and write and gave her a benefit of his knowledge and compassion. Locals found their friendship endearing. Okay. Now Chen spent most of his time with Wen Mei. Ah yes, they're just friends. Temple priests viewed her presence as a godsend and supported their friendship whenever possible. Each morning, she used to do rituals. Afternoon, she visited mother's grave. Then one day, Wen Mei didn't come home. Okay. She was not at the temple. The second sad event unfolded as ill rumors began to circulate in the village. At first, people suspected that one man had simply gone for a walk and become lost. They were casting aspersions and making vague accusations. Nothing like this had ever happened before. What do we know of the temple and its priests? What do we know of Lao Qian? By the morning of the third day after the girl's disappearance, a group of villagers assembled at the temple. They searched the grounds. There was a heated exchange. Bum 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 bum. Confrontation ended without a resolution when the head priest of the shrine ordered the unruly villagers off the temple grounds. The villagers vowed they would return once they had enough proof to hang the acolyte. Holy moly. When they returned later that evening, the villagers had no proof than before. The group had turned into a mob of armed and angry vigilantes. They ransacked the temple and set it aflame! They beat the priest severely and chased them from the shrine. They then dragged Lao Chen to the foot of a nearby tree. In the light of the burning temple, they tossed a thick rope over a sturdy limb, made their vile condemnations, and hanged the young man! And then she came home. For days after the acolyte's body went unattended. Whoa! This is not something they would publish in a D&D book nowadays. They're so family friendly nowadays. The body was unattended, dangling from the tree. Many villagers saw the body, the rope still tied about its neck, as they passed near the temple on the way home, to and from their fields. Then one day it was gone, presumably having been taken down and buried by a sympathetic villager, though no one would admit to having touched the body. The hauntings. In the following weeks, the locals began to nurse strange occurrences at the temple. Night travelers told of ghostly lights that swirled about the grave markers. Lights became more numerous as they went on, and some people reported seeing the spirit of Wenmei in the temple and at her mother's grave. Interesting. Oriental ghosts! I wonder how badly this is aged. This doesn't seem that bad, I'm gonna be honest. Oriental ghosts may appear not only as vaporous spirits, but also as corporeal entities. It is in these corporeal forms that the ghosts do much of their evil. There are several kinds of Oriental ghosts. The Kui, the Ikuye, and the Kuhum are but 3 forms. Okay. Not just how weapons affect them. The Ikue is a spirit who is not fed with ceremonial meals. A hungry ghost. The Rikue, the vengeful ghost. And Kuhun. Oh, this is cool. It's like the spirits have to be put to rest. Oh, there's some cool maps here. Oh. Temple of 3 Wells. These are cool. What is... Oh, unless it's Curse of Strahd? Yeah, they're probably... I don't trust Wizards of the Coast at all. Haunted Temple. Whoa. I don't think I can use this currently for what we're doing, but it is really cool. Sanctuary of the Sand. It's an Arabic city. Oh, wait, what does this say? Akradar, the city of hope, is an Arabic tent city. Oh, built inside a dormant volcano. Holy moly! What the? That's cool. Wow. I don't think I can use this one either. Seems like a safe place, yeah. Hey bro, will you hold my hand? I'm scared. On the open plain at the edge of the desert, is a cluster of small buildings made of baked mud and painted brick. These squat structures, known as mastabas, are laid in rows. The land surrounding the setting is similar to that in the region around the Nile River. Okay, we can't use this one either. It's cool though. I wonder if it has a big dungeon in this one. This says we're just looking through some old books. I have some 3rd edition and 2nd edition books here on my desk. I'm just looking through them for some ideas. The Mariner's Graveyard. This could be really useful, because we wanted there to be shipwrecks in the town that we're populating. The seagoing approach to the coast in this area is blocked by a large patch of Sargasso, a slippery rope-like variety of kelp. Many ships have sailed into the Sargasso and found themselves hopelessly entangled in the clinging fronds. The area itself is now a graveyard for abandoned ships and long-forgotten salvage. This might be good. This might be good for us. Closest one in this book is Darian's Wall. Darian's Wall. First floor. Oh. I think we'll probably make a dungeon, but I'm just trying to consider what. Darian's Wall is literally Hadrian's Wall! That's funny. Wow. Legally distinct Hadrian's Wall. All of these seem to be kind of based on real places. Or at least inspired by them. Okay, let's see. The waters that run along the coast of the country of Martin! This is a made-up place. Are some of the warmest in the world. Oh. Equatorial currents bring a constant, fresh supply of warm ocean water to the region. Water teeming with plankton and several other building blocks in the oceanic food pyramid. This combination of warmth and fertility is... Oh. I went back a line and I almost said, This combination of warmth and fertility is mid! No, it's the main reason the coastal waters are so abundant with plant and animal life. Among the most abundant plants are the Sargasso weeds. In our real world, the Sargasso Sea is a large region of the North Atlantic Ocean off the southern coast of the United States. In early American history, the Sargasso seaweed provided only a slight hazard to sailors in smaller ships. The vegetation resembles normal seaweed in many ways. The only difference is the size of the kelp beds. These beds cover miles of ocean, coloring the waves green and giving them a froth uncommon to deeper waves. In its fantastic form as described in this setting, the Sargasso differs in many ways from the real thing. It is thick and spiny and clings easily to wood, doing so by embedding its thorns and lashing its fronds slowly around an object. It grows quickly and has rudimentary ambulation in its fronds. As a result, it is able to not only cling to objects, but to slowly pull its fronds across the surface of an object, eventually crisscrossing the fronds and covering a surface with its green, thick tentacles. Whoa. Hi, Showa! greater mass of the Sargasso lies in a bed well below the water's surface, but its fronds are able to exist out of the water indefinitely. Thus, it provides a far more hazardous obstacle to sailors than its real-world counterpart. Okay. The Sargasso fronds intertwine the rotting hulls of captive ships are fairly thick. Is this all just on the ocean? A locatha. What the? Locatha have lived in the Sargasso beds for as long as their history recalls. What is a locatha? Barracudas! Sharks. Sahuagin. Medieval sailing vessels. The ships described below are provided as examples of wrecks that inhabit the Sargasso Sea. This is really useful! They're ships. Whoa! The Southern Zephyr. The single-decked caravel sits high in the water, which suggests that its hull is still intact and its integrity is good. Oh, there's a giant crab inside that one. A golden bow. Oh. These are cool. It's a bunch of shipwrecks. A giant marine spider? Whoa, what? The Crystal Beacon. This large ship is a two-decked caravel that rides low in the water. Almost to the deckline, its integrity is bad. Further, the ship sits in the water at an odd angle, with its prow jutting out of the water and its hull half submerged. This may imply that the ship's hull has rotted through below the waterline, and that the ship is slowly sinking into the Sargasso fronds below. Whatever the Crystal Beacon was hauling, is no longer apparent. There's no sign of the ship's cargo above deck. The ship's hold is a little hard to get to because shredded sails cover the broken opening. PCs must dig through the fabric before they get to the portal. Once they do, they see strange fabrics draped throughout the hold, silky strands that hang into the water below. Characters who look in the upended prow of the ship see more shreds of this apparent fabric, as well as the dangling tapestry from which it is unwoven. I also see something large and black moving in the center of the tattered drapery. Spider, giant marine. This giant marine spider has a nest below the deck of the ship. Its webs are lined throughout the decks below, with filaments reaching out of the sails and masts above the deck. Nearly half of the ship's lower deck is submerged. The spider's web winds about the rest of the deck, some strands resting upon the water. The webs on the ship may be confused for the webs created on other ships. Oh, my freighter, Peenbeak's web spell. Okay, see ship 10 below. The giant marine spider sits on the topmost corner of a sunken deck. Oh. The creature is intelligent enough to distinguish between air-breathing prey and water-breathing prey. The web is full of eggs. They're about to hatch. The spider buries its eggs in the bodies of its victims, providing nourishment for its hatching youth. Whoa! Wild! Wow! That's cool. The morning star. has a guy. Oh no, the next one has a guy. Oh, this is the City Pop Luigi's Mansion music. I put on something different. Could put on some Glorp music. No, this is... No. No, this isn't good. Hold on. Oh, why is there a flashing camera? Is the camera about to run out of power? I think it might be. I wonder if that's running out of power. I didn't notice it before. Was it there before or no? No, I don't put eggs in people. I don't think I do. Oh, there's a crazy guy on this one. Okay. I have another battery that we can put in. Adventure hooks for the mariner's graveyard. The Island of Lost Souls. Oh. Deep within the Bayou country. That's like... That's like that game I play with Lily. A man-made island at the edge of a slow-winding river is getting Gowl. The prison was built to house the most nefarious criminals and political prisoners, accessible only by boat. This formidable structure is known far and wide for its mean claim to fame. No one imprisoned here has ever survived an escape attempt. Oh, is this like a dungeon? A very specific location setup and a bayou, huh? Oh, it is kind of like a dungeon. Yeah, it's a prison. Could do like a prison break. Emil Gant. I read that as Evil Gant. The most tempting hook from a DM standpoint is to pay back PCs for crimes committed during the course of earlier play. Capture the PCs by authorities. And have them escape. Cute. Darian's Wall. I see. 300-mile castles. What? Oh, 300-mile castles. Not 300-mile castles. I see. I don't think I can use this one. The place of broken dreams. That's a cool castle. Perched on a lonely crag overlooking a wide plain where peasants toil is a bizarre structure. Its architect must have been quite mad, for many of the features of the complex seem to have no purpose. Monoliths that jut out at odd angles. Arches that support nothing but themselves. Staircases that climb over the sky and end. Is this... Is this based off of the mansion that lady made? The one in California? I love how they just assume the PCs have done crimes. Well, yeah. I really wonder what that little wonder what that little beeping red thing is. Okay. During Earth's Middle Ages, disease was ubiquitous? Cute gotta. Rawr! Claiming lives on an everyday basis. Many children died in infancy, and adults fell prey to sweeping plagues. At least the floor was clean. Such as the Black Death of the 14th century, which wiped out entire cities. Disease was not well understood. No one knew about germs or viruses. Instead, bad air, or an imbalance of bodily humors, the body's fluids is blamed for an illness. Most treatments were ineffective. Sometimes all that could be done for, or with, sufferers was to separate them from the healthy, in hopes of checking the spread of the disease. In the world of fantasy, things are somewhat different. Clerical healing and curing are widespread. While disease is certainly something to be wary of, it's not as serious a threat. Well, maybe in your setting. Precisely because there's a world of fantasy, illnesses can exist that are not cured by simple application of everyday magic. Oh. Nova Hyar is a condition unique to elves and half-elves, whose elvish blood can be neither victims nor carriers. Oh, those without elvish blood can neither be victims nor carriers. No one knows what causes it or how it spreads. Cure disease does not stop it. Sages speculate it's not a disease of the body, but one of the spirits, something between possession and insanity. What does this have to do with? A solemn reminder of the elven plague. It's also an inescapable relic of a painful past. Perched atop the craggy hills, I cannot say that name, can be seen anywhere from within Shepherd's Valley. Construction began on the place 40 years ago. What was it for? Is it like an insane asylum for elves? Oh. This is a long explanation. Originally built for human occupation, it's not the best environment for elves and half-elves due to its large enclosed areas. Oh. Once home of the Mad Duke. Empty halls and howling winds, the place now echoed with the wails of dying masses. Oh. Oh. It is! It's like an insane sick hospital asylum, huh? That's an interesting concept. Hi, James! I'm small and cute. Hi. 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 It's run by a small group of clerics. The Fiend's Bridge! Can't really use that. The Toll House. A squat tower sits beside a highway. That might be useful. River's Edge. On the shore of a slow river is an inn known as River's Edge. Ooh, cute! describes an inn and some NPCs. The inn is commandeered by a group of Martaine soldiers while intent is using it as an base of operations. PC's discussion of their monetary woes is overheard. Group of prisoners on their way to getting gold. Oh, so all of these places are connected. That's kind of cool. Castle. Castle is a round fort made of stone, without mortar, built in an age before castles as a home for a powerful human chieftain and his household. Oh. Cool. Well, I might be able to use some of the shipwrecks, but I don't think we're gonna be able to use much of the other stuff this time. I do kind of want to use some of the stuff eventually. Yeah. Could be very useful stuff. After you like my nails? I have to run to the bathroom. So I'm gonna run to the bathroom, okay? I'll be right back, alright? Don't go anywhere. Someone nearby is making food and it smells really good. It's making me hungry again. It's making me all sorts of hungry again. Let's see. So we looked through the city, the country sites one. I have a feeling this Forgotten Realms book is not gonna help us very much. Book of Layers. Hi, Antex, aren't you supposed to be asleep? How to use this book? I hate how it's all caps. Forgotten Realms. Trademarked. I hate Wizards of the Coast. It's intended to provide the referee with a series of pre-generated encounters to insert into any Forgotten Realms. Hold on. Forgotten Realms game campaign or an adventure set on the world of Toril. Okay. Adventures in the book are designed for a broad range of players. I just get to the chase. It looks like they're monster-based encounters. Algodoirs. What is an Algodoirs? Terms used in the Forgotten Realms. Algodoirs. What? A mated pair of Algodoirs. What is an Algod? Hold on, I'm looking this up. Algodoir. An algodar is a Portuguese word for a tapered clay pot. Okay. D and D. Semi-aquatic avian humanoids known as swamp dragons. Yeah, no, we can't really use those. An Asperia. A herd of Asperia known as wind steeds. Another mated pair. Why are there... The book is a beguiler. What is a beguiler? I don't know any of these. A beguiler is an intelligent mouse-like creature about the size of a... This is adorable! Wait, I have to show you this. The first edition art is terrifying. Hold on. It won't let me save these. Yeah, it's horrifying. Hopefully it'll let me pull up WebP on OBS. This is a first edition beguiler. This is a beguiler. But there's an updated drawing from 3rd edition that makes them look like this. Which is kinda cute. This little guy. The PCs are hired to escort him to the steps of a young arrogant mage to escort him to the steps where he plans to acquire a beguiler as a familiar. That's interesting. These are just kind of like balabras. What is a balabra? It's called Snooky! This balabra is called Snooky. Google, show me balabras. Whoa, what the hell? What is that thing? A balabra has a hemispheric with shell and barbed tentacles, also known as tinglers. What the heck? It looks like a big floating jellyfish. It's like a flump, but dangerous. Interesting. Snooky tends to get confused about what to do if the wizard is away. Oh, there it is! Snooky! They just keep making up words! What the hell is a... Behargala? Snooky wants Snoo. Oh. A Behargala is a large predator found in the woodlands, resembling a wolf and a lion with a unique smell. They collect instruments? Okay, it looks kind of horrifying. I have to show you what this looks like. This is kind of the stuff of nightmares. That's kind of horrifying. Sent to the woods to meet a delegation of wood elves, they're moving towards the rendezvous point when one of the PCs hears a clear voice calling them and asking for help. Traveling around the forest, he hears singing. Ooh. It just wants musical instruments. He just wants someone to play music for him. Oh yeah, there he is on the book. That's kind of horrifying. Birchers. Is there a picture of a bircher in here? Lizard stew. No, it's not. These are interesting monsters I've never heard of before. Birchers are giant lungfish. Or known as marsh lizards. Oh. Hi, Wingnut! I don't get mad, I get angry. I think I know the Cantobelly. I think it's like a... Whoa! Never mind, what the hell? They look like muscular six-legged felines. What the heck? Looks like a tiger with 6 legs and jowls. What the... Oh, a mine! I love mines! Sildebren? Oh, it's a type of spider! Combination of giant spiders and giant scorpions. Interesting. I do like spiders. Maybe we could have a mine near the village. Near the town. Let's put that down as a possible idea. Nearby abandoned mine? Question mark? Yes. Jowls! Yeah, it looked like he had jowls. Crawling claws. Aren't those like hands? Aren't those literally just like hands? Like from crawling claw. Yeah, it's a reanimated hand of a humanoid. Why are there 18 of them? What the heck? Wait, what is this concept? There, Thistlewraith was weak, and always ridiculed by the other folk of the town. he found the perfect revenge by apprenticing himself to a wizard in another town. Upon the wizard's accidental death, Ver inherited his magical tomes and items. When he felt ready, he and a partner, Zegaron Black, a freelance assassin, returned to the town, disguised as kindly holy men, and opened the Helping Hand Aid Society, a charitable money-lending organization. In truth, brothers Ver and Zegaron are loan sharks who create a need for their services by robbing, vandalizing, or destroying the property of potential clients. When someone appeals to them for a loan, Ver charms the person into agreeing to an exorbitant interest on their loan, then keeps extending the payment date at higher and higher interest rates until the person is destitute. The Helping Hand Aid Society then claims the property and sometimes the services of the former owner as repayment for the loan. Those who refuse or who suspect that all is not right are visited by Ver's pets, crawling claws he creates from Zegaron's former victims or from loan clients who learned too much. What the hell? This is kind of awesome. Whoa! What the heck? What the? This is kinda... This is kinda fire! Attack of the Hand. Whenever the PCs return to the inn to sleep, Ver and Segron will attempt to silence them, assuming that they have learned too much from Dougal, and retrieve the hand stolen from them. Zegron unlocks the doors, and Ver stands in the hallway, invisibly controlling the crawling claws he sends in to attack. They continue attacking until the PCs are dead, or until it looks as though the PCs will win the fight, at which point Ver calls off the remaining hands, and they all flee! Oh my god. What the heck? What the? I kind of love this. Let's... Wizard loan shark with crawling hands. We're just gonna put that into the ideas pouch, just in case. Just in case. Mario! Crimson Death. I think that's just a cloud of death. Yeah, vampiric mist. Yeah, it can be. Just a Thessal Hydra. What the heck? Dimensional Warper. Draco-Liches! 2 Draco-Liches! Cult of a Dragon plans a major increase in their activities. They've already created 1 Draco-Lich and have almost completed work on another. What the heck? Fachan? What is a Fachan? Or a Forchan, but I don't know what Fachan is. Fachan, D&D. That'll show your players. Grumpskin. They were a malevolent sentient species. It doesn't say... It doesn't say what they... One of the most unusual looking creatures. Had 1 leg and a single large foot. With 6 toes. And a single Large eye. Okay, that's weird. That's a little too weird for me. Fire newts. Frosts. I think these are like wizard, like cold pixies. Well, that guy's dying. What is a hound? A large worm-like creature commanding psionic powers. Dwelling on the Arctic ice? What the? Whoa. Well, we can't really use that. Kinda looks like a seal without... What do seals have? Are they fins? Would you call them fins? An inquisitor. Wait, what? Is that like a monster or a person? Oh no, we ran out of power! Hold on, I can put in a new battery. Flippers, right? Flippers, not fins. Flappers. So, wait, I think an inquisitor is literally just a person. Yeah, they are literally just a person. Wait, no it's not. Hold on, what? They're paladins. Okay. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. What the heck? What does it look like? Huh? They're not calling it a guy or a girl, they're just calling it the Inquisitor. It. Hold on, I'm reading. Merchant being guarded. Orcs. Maybe they're just referring to it. What the heck? I don't know what this is. Intelligence high. What the? Oh, Inquisitor creature. Whoa, that is not what I expected it to look like. Hold on, you have to see this. Why are all of these like nightmare monsters? This is apparently an Inquisitor. Undead horrors that excelled in the art of torture. They look like emaciated and rotting humanoids, often mistaken for zombies. What the fuck? What the heck? What the? What the? Alright, let me get another battery. all fixed. I also got some caramel, some candy corns. Why can't I speak? I also got some candy corn. Welcome back. Hi everyone. Next one is a lightning golem. Are those like Frankensteins, or are those golems that are just made out of lightning? Oh, they are Frankensteins! Wait, no. They're a type of greater golem. Humanoid in shape and made out of gold. What the? What the? Oh yeah, there he is. Hi, go read that Voxo. My name is J. Ryu Kaminaro, Chinook of the Kunu herd of the Locksmith. What is a Locksmith? I was the Loxo. Are those the elephant people? They are! They're elephant people! Interesting. Okay. Not interested. Monkey spiders! They're not spider monkeys, they're monkey spiders. Monkey spider. Please be cute. Please be cute. They're spider-sized monkeys? What? What? Spider-sized monkeys. A Gyaru golem. That, like, would be a flesh golem dressed up as a Gyaru? Horrifying. Morons. No. Oh, look at those little guys. Orpsis. What the heck is an Orpsis? Oh, I assume it's this little flying carpet with razors for hands. You would have thought monkeys had 8 arms like a spider and spun webs. No. A phantom. None of these have dungeons. Dungeon setups. Oh, a revenant. Oh, it's a gnome revenant. Interesting. What the? Vom bosoms. Hey? Huh? What did you call me? What the heck? Reptilian creatures with a dangerous paralyzing geese. Oh. Okay. Ringworm! One day after a character starts wearing the ringworm, the problems begin. Wait! NPCs come across the scene of a savage battle. There's a ring of protection +1. Oh, so they find a ring of protection. But it's a ringworm! What the heck? What the? Sand cats. I once made an amulet just to fuck with my player, because they kept stealing magic from the rest of the party. So I made an amulet of protection versus oxygen, and they put it on, and it started to protect them against oxygen, and they started choking and dying. And the party helped them take it off. But they started to use it as a weapon. They try to like stealthily put it on, and the enemy Without the enemies noticing me. And it was like, this is not how attunement works. It's not gonna work. But they held on to it and they're like, there's gotta be something we can do with this amulet of protection versus oxygen. It's gotta come in handy somehow. What is a shaz? It sounds shaz. Semi-humanoid insectoid race that dwelled upon the Arctic ice. What the heck? Yeah. No. Sha! Sounds like when Gura used to say Shaq. Oh, here's a picture of them. A silver dog. I bet it's just a silver dog. Classic players turning things around against the DM. And Tempest. A thylacine? What is a thylacine? Oh, this one has a puzzle. Thylacine? Thylacine? Oh, it's like a panther. What the? Panther lady. What the heck? A trend. It's not very helpful if this book doesn't include pictures, but I assume you could find all of these creatures in the 2nd edition monster manual. Trend are a species of reptilianoid humanoids. Interesting. Oh yeah, there he is. He's quite squat. He's a very squat looking guy. A Lemic. And then an ad for Volo's Guide to the Sword Coast. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, hi Mako. Not a lot of useful stuff in that book. Except there was that, like, wizard with the crawling claws. That was pretty cool. Let's... kind of want to flip through the Thieves book, but I don't think there's going to be anything... I don't know if there's going to be anything useful in here. Role-playing Thieves. Okay. The code of the professional thief? I want to see what the code says. What is the code? Tell me the code. There's a whole fucking code! 1. A professional thief does not squeal. A professional thief does not squeal. If captured by authorities in the course or as a consequence of a job, he must not reveal the identities of his partners, friends, his informants, or other professional contacts. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a code. We're adding this. We're adding this to the game. Number 2. A professional thief will honestly report how much money or valuables are taken in a job. He will not burn his partners. Number 3. A mob of professional thieves will share their score equally among themselves, or according to the contribution of each to the job, arranged and agreed on beforehand. 4. Professional thief will share some of his earnings with other professional thieves who have been incarcerated to help pay fines, bribe officials, etc. professional thief number 5 has if a professional thief has valuable information, attractive targets, location of traps, and the activities of the town watch, he will share it with other professional thieves. Yeah, I don't know what that red camera symbol is, actually. Try to ignore it, I guess. Can I put a cute picture over it? Let me see. Hold on. There. Now it's not bothering you as much. Number 6. Professional thieves will help one another, even in spite of personal differences or enmity between them. Cute! Cute! Proficiencies. Okay, we don't really care about the Thieves kits or anything. Thieves Guilds. What is a Thieves Guild anyway? Developing Thieves Guild. Benefits of guild membership. Responsibilities of a guild membership. This is a lot! This is page 51 to page 87. Holy moly. What the heck? The Art of Deception. Classic cons. Huh? 109. Quackery! Quackery is the realm of the mountebank, the seller of snake oil, and all manner of exotic potions. Each supposed to be a medical wonder, but usually worthless. What the heck? This is a lot of fun information. Forgery, robbing the robbers, advanced locks and traps. What the heck? A thief campaign. What the heck? $120. Wait, no, $116. I didn't know there was this much like useful information in here. It's kind of fun. Mugging! A thief can attempt to knock out a victim. You learn a ton of stuff about modern corporate governance from a Shadowrun splat book. Elements of a thief campaign. A thief campaign resembles any other AD&D campaign with many respects. There must be a challenge for the PCs to face. Cute. You're like running a heist or something. This book has way more information than that Heist's 5th edition book that they made. That one, you're part of like, that was like the last 5th edition book I got. You're part of a lawful good society for returning objects to people that they belong to, and it was so stupid. It was really dumb. And that was the last purchase I made for a 5th edition book. Hi, Alice. The Thieves Guild. I want to see the Thieves Guild pages. Piratical guilds. Okay, 51 and 78. It's 51 is when everything from like this page to the back of the book is about Thieves Guilds. What the heck? There's so many words. I might actually have to like sit down and read through this. It seems really, really interesting. No clue what's going on? We're just hanging out, I think. We're hanging out and you're looking at my hands. Hi. Code leaders. Thieves and other guilds. Thieves in towns and cities. Details of the guild. I want to see the piratical one. Is that like a pirate guild? The Guild of Honorable Gentlemen! As a really unusual guild, which could exist in parallel with the established Thieves Guild in a large city, this is a splendid option. The members are aristocrats, men of learning, education, and exalted social position. They are refined, dignified gentlemen of impeccable manners and superior charisma. A small group, and they thieve for the excitement of it all. They're bored with their life of sybaritic, indulgent possibilities. Easy comforts and gold-digging members of the opposite sex. They steal for the thrill. I see. A piratical guild. A guild of thieves who spend most of their time engaged in piracy is complex and shifting structure, requiring careful thought by the DM. Interesting. I might have to read through this book later. They don't make splat books with that much information in them anymore. Good evening. Hello. Let's see. This one is the second edition Dungeon Master's book. Kinda wanted to see if they had some tables for towns and stuff, but I'm not seeing anything like that here. Oh, they have wilderness encounter tables. Page 100. Wilderness encounter table. Oh, it's just telling you how to make them. Okay. You don't have those in Pathfinder. I really wish they did. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Oh, maybe under NPCs. No. I like how there's a whole page for like lycanthropy. What the heck? 131? Lycanthropy. That was like three paragraphs. What the heck? You don't find much info on towns in the second edition. There are separate spot books for that. Oh, I see. Is this guide exact same but with a different cover? Oh, whoa! Look, guys! We could send in a letter with money in an envelope and we could get some of these Dungeons and Dragons accessories. Like the Complete Ninja's Handbook. That actually sounds really dope. I want the Complete Ninja's Handbook. Please. Please. I'll send the letter for you. Wow. There's a whole bunch of them. What the? I'm opening up the table of contents. I want to see if it's like the exact same book. Oh, this seems different actually. Yeah, this is different. I think. Time and movement. No, it's not that different. It has a lot of the same stuff. There's a little bit of added stuff though. Yeah. Do you think D&D would answer the smell of a dragon's egg? Not that I want. Alice, I'm so close to banning you from chat right now. We're very close to banning you. Come on, yeah, do you want some candy corn? You can have. Yum, yum, yum. I did grab this 5th edition book because it has a bunch of classic stories in it. And I think that they actually did pretty good with this one. But I might look at it while we're writing. I think I'm gonna turn off the hand cam for now. Let's see. Are you ready to say bye to my hands? Bye, Mar. Bye, Mar. I'm just gonna put up the Word document, I think. Bye-bye. My little hands. Bye-bye. I don't know if I've told you this before, but there's this, like, account on TikTok that I'm obsessed with. And they have this little RC car. And they send it to, like, Japanese food stalls. And it has a little voice. And they'll, like, remote control it with a camera. And it'll go up to a store and it'll be like, can you make a recommendation in Japanese? And then it has like a conversation in Japanese with them, and they get the food and it gets packed, and then they're like, what a nice store! And then it says in English, bye-bye! It's so cute! Bye-bye! It's like one of my new stims is going, bye-bye! It's so cute! And sometimes on its way back, it like falls over and people have to help it. And it's like, Tasukate! It's so cute! I love it. Bye-bye! Let's move you so you're not on top of... Yeah, we'll move you down here. And turn turn this off. Here's the cap. The cap. Okay. Yeah! Yeah, it's a little shopping drone. It's adorable. I know. I want the party to do downtime. Cause they need a week to level up. But I don't exactly recall what the downtime rules are for Pathfinder. I'm gonna grab the gem core. Got it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Someone said it should be known for food, but I couldn't think of any off the top of my head. If you have one in mind, feel free to let me know. Running downtime, page 44. A type of seafood? Maybe. What types of animals hang out around shipwrecks? Crabs and lobsters. Is this a fantasy story? No, I'm doing prep for Dungeons and Dragons, Alice. Okay. Determine how involved your group wants downtime to be at the start of the game. The last time we did downtime, they wanted to do every single day. We'll play it out, but we're not doing that again. We're not doing that again. Doesn't really say how long it should be. Why not what? Clam chowder! Yummy! I'm not allowed to have clam chowder. I'm allergic to shellfish. Yeah, it doesn't really say how long downtime should be. Okay, Alice. Whatever you say, Alice. I guess we could make it like 1 week. Yeah, I'll give them the option of like 1 or 2 weeks. Downtime is as long as you need it to be. I'm not sure which players have downtime abilities. I know our inventor has an ability where it takes multiple days to do stuff, so I'm not exactly sure what the average amount of a downtime is. So I'm just going to assume 2 weeks. I do not know who Rishiram is. Please. I don't know and I don't care, Alice. I'm sorry. I don't know what a Rishiram is. I assume it's the name for your bad dragon. Okay. As a Pokemon, and okay. Older D&D don't try to rulify everything, trusting the DM to come up with what they need for early game. I don't think new D&D rulifies everything. More like there are no rules at all. Also, I'm not playing AD&D right now. I have Lord Mayor something. And then I need to have some opposing factions here. Nearby locations. How do you like to approach loot and treasure? I kind of just wing it. I don't hand out a lot of magical items. If I do, they're kind of small, and the party only finds them during adventures. Yeah. I run a very low magic game, I think. Alice, knock it off. Nearby locations are going to be ruins of the tower. Kind of want to go with the abandoned mine. But then we have to decide what was being mined there. Closest thing to downtown Billy would be spell research and magical item creation. They're generally expensive and require a lot of time to do. I have an inventor, like I said, so they like make gadgets and stuff. And I don't think the creation time is that extensive. My neighbor is playing their trombone really, like, violently fast. I'm not sure why. It's probably like some way of practicing. I want to have some sort of low fantasy intrigue going on here. I did like the idea of loan sharks. They don't have to have the crawling hands. But it would be cool if there was a loan shark in the town. Maybe he leads a gang. It's a cool gang name. Yeah, the loan shark. We're gonna include the loan shark. We'll name him. I want him to be Gustav. I want him to be named Gus. Rochambeau? Isn't that like... Isn't that rock, paper, scissors? Gustav Gasper. Yes. A lone shark. Controls a gang of goons. Yes. Hold on 1 second. Time out Alice Grimm. There we go. I was getting sick of the dragon wife RP in the chat. He fights with rock, paper, scissors duels. Should we actually include something about rock, paper, scissors? I probably should. A lone were shark? Cute! That's silly. These are very silly ideas you're throwing up here. His actual name is Rochambeau? Maybe. Hmm. Let's see. What is the word for someone that goes out looking for precious metals and such? A most cool surname. A prospector. I'm good. I'm kind of tired. I had a really big day. Small population of fishermen and prospectors. Town grew. Town grew as a mine opened nearby. What the heck is this sentence? Yeah, I feel like a sleepy girl. You woke up early for something that ended up being cancelled. Oh no. I need a name for the Lord Mayor. Buford? Buford? You really want to listen to some ASMR, but since getting home last night, you've been partially deaf in your left ear. Mako, did you go to somewhere really loud or something and you didn't wear protective ear plugs? Buford Mordler. Can you do a foot cam? Well, I didn't have time to paint my toes, so not today. Oh, there were pressure changes on your flight. Buford Morduna. Okay, Buford Morduna. Mordusi. Leader of the town. He's the leader of the town. And then I had thought that it would be interesting to have an architect in town testing trials for an atmospheric diving suit. When I think about it, I feel like maybe there should be a nearby, lagoon or something that they're testing it in. A shallow body of water. Yeah! Let's have a lagoon. I want to have a lagoon. Not today. Waiting warmly for the day. What do you mean? Guppy, what do you mean? Nearby locations. The lagoon. The lagoon. Jamis, the local crazy guy? Okay, we're gonna add him. Jamis. The local crazy guy. What is he crazy about? He's a fisherman? Okay, he's a fisherman. What is his crackpot theory? He's crazy about fish. He thinks the fish are evil. Oh, you're referring to the foot stream. Okay. Yeah, I'm not against it. He thinks there's a monster? I did kind of like the idea of there being a kelp forest. I don't think it has to be as intense as the Sargasso module that we read. potential plot hook or foreshadowing. Foreshadowy rambles. That's good, that's good. Yeah, krakens exist. He could be obsessed with a specific fish he thinks is special but isn't really. Okay, okay. It's a lot of good information so far. What is the word I'm looking for here? Their hold, their merchandise, their cargo. Okay. Welcome back from timeout. I hope the spankings weren't too bad. What about our little architect? Should they be like a little omega baby boy or what? What I spilled around. Meep. Assembly, the assembly. Ordnance. You're deleting stuff when your cursor's in front of the words. How do that? With the delete button? Like that? I just use the delete button. The other way around? What? Like this? That's the backspace button. What are you talking about? Hello, Lagoon. Maybe we need... Maybe there's someone that's in charge of the dredging. In Astora, they have to have... Astora is very big on guilds. We could have like a... the name of someone that dredges? This dredger? The person who dredges is called a dredger or dredge operator. Oh, a dredgeman. Older alternative term for someone who works on a dredge. The dredge master. Oh. The dog! D-O-G! The dog kills! The D-O-G! The regiment! What's the dog doing? His name should be like... Yeah, I was using the delete key! That's what I was trying to say! I said that already, silly. I bet he would have a powerful Pokemon if he's in charge. Alice, watch yourself. Watch your fucking tone right now. You just have a cool hat. On a side note, he has a cool hat. I need a name for him. Jomus's brother? He's the brother of Jomus? Oh no, that's kind of sad. Why doesn't he help his brother? Oh, you're sick? Gomus? No, I'm not naming him Gomus. It's a good... Lamas? Stop! Just rhyming things with Jomus! You little... Oh, my nail. This one's not staying on. These are gel nails, so they kind of slip a little bit. Giller? Gren! Gren. His name is Gren. Gren. You guys are the worst at giving names. You're literally the worst! Okay. Ruins of the Tower, abandoned mine. Oh yeah, the abandoned mine. What's in the abandoned mine? Abandoned mine. What's in it? I guess what was mined in it previously? Rashi? Rashi. I kinda wanna name the architect Rashi. Sulfur! Can you mine sulfur? Sulfur mining. Wouldn't that be smelly? Whoa! It involves extracting sulfur from its deposits, which can be done through the frosh process for underground salt domes. Sulfur was one of Sicily's most important mineral resources, which is no longer exploited. The area covered by large deposits is the central area of the islands lying between the provinces of Caltanissetta and Argenteo. The area is also known to geologists as the Chalky Sulfur Plateau. Whoa. What do you harvest sulfur for? Not those sulfur pits. There's a lot of sulfur pits. What? What's a sulfur pit? Sulfur pit. Large industrial storage tanks for molten silver. Sulfur. Natural sulfur deposits. You can literally make shit up for why they were. I guess that's true. You're. I guess, yeah. To make people suffer. But what did people actually use sulfur for? Harvesting of outcrop sulfur took place even in ancient times. It was used in medicine from time immemorial, but the Romans also used it for war purposes. Oh. It's a key Oh, there's gunpowder in my setting. It's a key ingredient in the production of gunpowder. Uh-huh. Okay. Yes, it's a sulfur mine. An empty sulfur mine. Right? Or is it not empty? Is it just, in fact, entirely too dangerous? What can go wrong in a sulfur mine? It helps keep bugs away? But why would you want to keep me away? Why would you want to keep me away? Explosions? Are there lots of explosions? Hold on. Dangers of owning a sulfur mine. The dangers of sulfide mining. I see. Contaminated waters. Oh. Destructive and dangerous. Sulfate reducing bacteria produces methyl mercury. Wait! Methyl mercury can cause a wide range of health effects, including neurological damage, kidney damage, development product problems in childhood. If atmospheric mercury is a dominant source of actin plant sources prevented toxic melts for years. Coal-fired power plants mercury. If the fish get the mercury, what if mercury poisoning? You've been locked in a sulfur mine. Will you withstand the smelly smells? Every wrong you move, you make you like be exposed to a cloud of gas. This music reminds you of being crippled. Would you like me to cripple you again? Hi Luigi, welcome in. We're learning about mining. Sulfur Bank Mine was located near Clear Oaks in California. It became one of the most noted mercury. Wait, but is sulfur? Why did they keep mentioning mercury? Is sulfur related to mercury? Beginning in 1856, the mine was first worked for borax. Isn't that like really toxic? Mining for silver began in 1865. And it produced, wow, 2 million pounds in 4 years. Mercury ore is mined intermittently by underground and open pit methods. No? Okay, it's not related? Hmm. Yeah, but do they form next to each other? Your teacher broke a mercury glass and brought us to look at it over his hands. We're supposed to leave the building due to how poisonous it is. Oh no. Okay. We'll stick with sulfur. Yeah, we'll stick with sulfur. Are explosions common in sulfur mines? Yes, explosions are common in sulfur mines, particularly from sulfur dust explosions. An explosion. There was an explosion. It's not empty. Why is it abandoned? It exploded. Yes. It went a big boom. Yeah. Okay. Why did it explode? Because it felt like it. No, it probably exploded because sulfur dust is easily lit. Sulfur dust. Solder dust. Sulfur dust. There's probably a group that wants to re-exploit it. Let's see. The waste. Oh yeah, weren't all of the mines that were not... Weren't all of the mines that America set on fire in the Middle East sulfur mines? Forgot about that. some company name. They liberated them. I see, I see. Somebody said, boy, it's dark in the match, and that was the last thing any of them ever heard or saw. Yeah. Hmm. Did you really say something? It didn't show up on my... Oh, Lily! They didn't know you're not supposed to do that. Hi, Lily! Guys, that's my best friend. That's my best friend. You should go follow Lily. Escape from Duckov? What is that? Escape from Duckov. We've been working on this this town that my party is going to be going to in tomorrow's D&D game. Oh yes, what was their cuisine that you guys said? Shellfish of some sort? Oh, and we named the mayor Buford. Lord Mayor Morduna. It's a game with ducks! Escape from Tarkov but with ducks. Do the ducks have guns? Or... Clam chowder! We'll go with clam chowder. But what fish do they catch in the fishing wires? What fish are caught in fishing wires? Salmon, trout, and eels! There's another TikTok account. Okay, one of the two TikTok accounts that I follow. One is the little shopping RC car that's remote controlled and it goes bye-bye. And the other one is this girl in New Zealand she posts every day checking on the eels. And she walks over this bridge and she always says hello to these eels. Not you, Siri. Siri, go to bed. No, not my location. No. Shut down. No. I hate Apple so much. It was like, I don't know if I can tell what your location is with your location data turned on. Scary. Anyways, there's this girl and she says hi to the eels every day. And there's one named Amelia. And there's one named, Neil the Eel. And they all have eel names. And that's the other account that I like a lot. Yes. Yeah. Jellied eels? Is that a real thing? Jellied eels. It is! An English dish? Okay, it's gonna be jellied eels. I'm sorry, clam chowder is a little... Everyone knows clam chowder. No one knows jellied eels. It's gonna be jellied eels. And then catch the eels in the fishing wares. Eels. Eel Central. That's where the lagoon... Because eels travel upstream. Eels travel upstream to breed. The lagoon is filled with eels. Yeah! Nice. Okay, we're filling stuff out. So our mine isn't exactly abandoned, but it's kind of abandoned. We're cooking. Why did I use in fact twice? Okay. NPCs of interest. Gus Rochambeau, Lord Mayor Buford Morduna, Jomus. What does Jomus know about the eels? What does he know about the eels? Rashi, architect from Port Durant. Gran the Dredge Master. That sounds so cool. He knows too much. He knows the eels have broken into the mine. And when the party's like, oh, how do we stop them? He goes, into the mines! Yes. An eel-themed tavern? Silly. We do need a tavern, though. No, not... No! There's gotta be a way to turn her off. There's gotta be a way to turn her off. A tavern. There was a tavern on the river in one of those books. I think the Countryside's one had a tavern. The best way to turn it off is with a hammer. No! Countrysides. The Toll House. The Fiend's Bridge. River's Edge. On the shore of a slow river is an inn called the River's Edge. It serves as a ferry house, warehouse, and way station for barges. Interesting. We could probably re-flavor this into being on the water. We could call it the Ocean's Edge. Yeah. After all, if we don't like it, we can just destroy it with water. Yeah, a pontoon tavern? Pontoon. Like on a boat? Like floating? That would be pretty cool. Okay. Pontoon tavern. Floating just off of which there's docks. Yeah! The Ocean's Edge. Cool! Oh, bum 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 bum. Yeah. I'm gonna write a note here. Okay. Dire Dogs comes on. I'm playing Mario 64 on my TV right now. Okay. I'm getting really sleepy, big bro. Remember how tall it should have been. When are we going to a German rave? I don't know, I've never been to a rave before. Yeah. Never been to one before. Hello, and me. You seem like you might like to rave? What? No, I've never been raving before. Never been to a rave. Silly. The adult draw model ever coming back? I can't use that model anymore. I might get a more mature model one day, but I'm not really in a position to be able to get one right now. But I can no longer use that model. think there should be a dungeon in here. There is a dungeon under the tower. Spooky. Yeah. I have been working on a map of this area. Let me see if I can... Oh, it's a Photoshop file. I have to export it. It's I have the original map that I worked on underneath the near sketch. Cause the original map does not have a lot of detail on this area. There it is. You can kind of see the original map underneath. The place that... I'm gonna use you to point, okay? The place that we're writing about is this little dot under your feet. That little dot. That wasn't there on the original map. The only places that were here were Bayland, Port Durant, Stableshore, and Aberystwyth. But I think there's gonna be more towns. Cause this kingdom, their border is the river. It's as far as the river here to here, and then the rest of that peninsula. So it's kind of detailing out more stuff. Like, the entire original drawing was just blank. There weren't like any notable terrain on here, but I'm kind of sketching out where some mountains should be. I know there's a lot of hills around the city of Bayland. It's like a video game sprite. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, you probably shouldn't have redeemed this. I'm probably gonna go to sleep soon. Oh, you need to... There you go, now you can see. Thank you, Sunbeam. Soggy in dungeon? Yes! Soggy in dungeon! You're entirely correct. Soggy in dungeon. Yes! Soggy in dungeon. Yes. I think it's sleepy couple hours. We're gonna read into someone, but let me say bye-bye. Hello. Hi. Oh, I never saved. Let me save. Control save. Okay. Stupid Libra office always destroying my documents. Sorry, it was kind of a low energy kind of stream. I wasn't sure if we were gonna open the cards today, but I had fun looking through 2 books that we looked through. Previous books in this series. There's country sites, and then there's previous books called city sites and castle sites. I wonder if those are any good. Maybe I can find the PDFs online. No energy is good for sleepy nights. I should probably remove this birthday hat. It's not my birthday anymore. Tomorrow I'm gonna be playing Grounded with Lily Hopkins. You should be in bed. Miss Lily Hopkins. I know you're still here. Go to bed. We're not going to bed now. Countrysides is the best of the three, but you might enjoy the other two more, maybe. I do like city adventures. There's a book that I've always wanted. Apparently there was a box set for Faffer and the Grey Mouser. And I've always been interested in that book. And then there was a publisher that did a Black Company book for Dungeons and Dragons, and I've never been able to find those. They're kind of rare, but I would be super interested in those. I think the Grey Mouser Faford one, I think that has like a city, an entire dossier for the city. More like Lily Bonkins. Yeah, there was a Black Company D20 book. I have the PDF too. I have the PDF. You have a hard copy? I'm jealous. Cool. Yeah, Linkmar. That's the city that's in Faford and the Grey Mouser. Thank you for hanging out with me. I had a lot of fun. Tomorrow we'll play Grounded with Lily, who should be in bed right now. And yeah. Thank you, big bro. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Nice, good rest. Without any slimy eels slithering between your toes. Good night.